Here. Hello, hello world.
Hello.
Hello, we are Codswallop and Blatherskite. I'm Codswallop and this is Blatherskite.
All you sitting in the back, you can come up to the seats in the front. You don't have to leave all these.
Yeah, don't leave all this bare.
What's that?
So look.
Oh, the service. They said the service is better in the back. So.
Okay. Oh well, that's fine. We're gonna do some.
Enjoy the drink.
Michael, what is it you want to say to these people? Go ahead.
I was just, yeah, no, I think they can just sit back and relax and enjoy the show. What are we doing? What are we doing today?
What are we doing today? Well, we are going to do some improvisation for you. Okay. We're going to take a suggestion and then we're going to make it up, completely made up in the moment.
Okay. So can we get a suggestion from the audience? What's that? Wig store. I heard wig store. Okay.
Wig store.
Yeah.
Okay. We're in a wig store. Welcome to our show. I've never felt that wigs look that natural.
Yeah, you know, lice don't think they're natural either. I mean, that's the benefit. There's no pests in these.
There's no pests because we can spray them right out.
Well, I think they just don't. The lice don't like the plastic polymer fibers.
No, but you can sort of. I mean, some wigs are okay, but on the whole, someone told me that when you dye your hair dark at a certain age, then it grows a wiggy quality.
Dye your hair dark.
You start to look, and I quote, wiggy.
If you dye it dark.
Yeah, if you have, I mean, even if you had natural hair, if you're going grey and you dye your hair black or dark, it can look like you're wearing a wig, even though that was your natural hair color. Yeah,
I dyed my beard black once, and it looked like I had glued a beard onto my face.
That's what I'm saying. Fakeness. Yeah. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I've decided to go all natural lately, you know.
Well, Raymond, I think that it's great that you do that you've got the confidence.
Yeah, it's kind of I think it's kind of ironic, right? I work at a wig store, but I like my hair natural.
I don't think so. I think that it's nice to you know, I mean, you could work in a car showroom. You don't need to buy that particular brand of car, do you?
Yeah, normally they do like the employees to buy. And I know that if you work at like the Gap, they want you to wear Gap clothing.
You mean you have to wear Gap clothing all the time?
Well, when you're working there, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, so
well, maybe we should wear the wigs to.
Oh, you think I should wear a wig while I'm in the store?
I think so. If we're going to sell the material, then we need to.
Okay, I'll wear a wig. Just give me a second. I'll get my favorite wig out over here.
You're going to get your favorite wig. But no one is looking at this wig and saying this is my hair, are they? I mean,
well, I did suspect that you had a rainbow thing going on, but
well, that's the thing about wigs. I think if you're going to wear a wig, you might as well go all in on it.
Okay.
There we go. See what I mean about the black hair?
Well, but this is a wig. This is actually.
Yeah, but it really looks like a wig.
So this is business is slow today. Can you believe we haven't had a single customer?
Yeah, this is the slowest it's ever been. People aren't getting involved in the wig trade. But I do remember that you were thinking of changing career.
Yes. I was considering becoming a computer programmer. I've decided that it's just more exciting to work in virtual reality. And ironically, the company I was interviewing for, it's one of these, VR Second Life companies, and they wanted me to design some digital hairstyles for the characters in the game. So it's like I just feel like I can't escape the world of wigs because now I'm like a digital wig designer.
Have you ever thought of shaving all your hair off?
Well, I did once, three times. Three times I shaved off all my hair, and then the day later I regretted it and started growing it back. How about
Yeah.
you? Have you ever thought about shaving your hair off?
I have never thought of that. I just don't suit having really short hair. I'd like to. I sort of go into hair salons with a photograph of a short haircut, and then everyone tells me that I can't have it done.
Yeah, I've heard that, like, your face shape determines whether or not you can pull these things off. I believe that, people should just be themselves. I don't know why your shape of your head determines anything. I
Well,
mean,
the risk is that when you shave your head, you don't know what your head's like. That's the risk. So when you shave your head off, sorry, hair off, don't shave your head off. When you shave your hair off, you don't know how your head is, the bumps and the lumps and the.
well,
And
I do know. Right here, there's a scar on my head from where a chair fell on me in second grade. I always tell people it was from a knife fight at a bar, but it's actually a chair. And then over here, there's a hole in my head from where my friend and I were fishing, and he hooked me in the head with a spinner bait and caught me.
While he was throwing the.
Yeah, he went to pull, and then I was standing behind him, and he didn't realize, and he hooked me. So I have scars. I think there's more stories when you have short hair, because then you can see all the. Right, isn't that phrenology, right? When they used to believe that you could learn about a person by the bumps in their head.
Yeah, people are quite into that, having that, in the psychologist's office. So they have one of those things where it's got different parts of the brain, but that's not how the brain works.
It's called phrenology.
Yeah, well, they have an actual
it was a false belief that you could map out personality by bumps. Yeah.
Where would you put the bits of personality on your head? So you've got the hooked by a fishing hook part.
Yeah, I wonder if my scars correspond to my personality disorders.
That feels like a long conversation, Raymond, to be having in the middle of our workday. I mean, I get.
What? You want to help some of the customers? I mean, go ahead, but
well, if anyone came into this store, I would help them. Obviously, at a moment's notice, I would leap up and I would help them. But it seems that there isn't a lot of call for wigs right now.
Well, it's because of the whole VR phenomenon. I'm telling you, we need to move our store virtually. Why would people want actual wigs if they can just apply a Snapchat filter?
Yes, you're right. Actual physical products are, I think, going out of fashion. I mean, you see the descent of the high street into nothing because people are buying online.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing I can't buy online is shoes, though. I feel like, for a shoe, you need to really test it, walk in it. How can you buy a shoe online and just assume it's going to fit you right?
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm the same with jumpers. I have to feel. I go around shops and I feel things.
Oh, it's a tactile experience for you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You've got to feel, because the thing is, you've got to feel how a jumper feels. It never ceases to amaze me how itchy jumpers get. Do you know why anyone in their right mind would make such an itchy jumper?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? That's like a crime against humanity.
I agree. And I actually love the tactile sensation in the garden too. I found this plant, I forget what it's called, but it's this like green, like fluffy plant. And you touch it and it just feels like cashmere. It's just the softest thing you've ever felt. And then right next to it is like a scratchy juniper or something that like gives you a rash when you rub against it. So I feel like the tactile sensation can be applied to all things. So then why?
You have got to be so careful about what you rub against.
Well,
Do you know, like you can't. No, in the garden. Well, yeah, in life, but also the garden. You can't just be touching all manner of things.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, and I know like for poisonous plants like poison ivy, for example, each time you touch it, you actually become more allergic than the time before. Did you know that?
That you are a wealth of knowledge of the
It like
garden.
builds up, the poison builds up in your body and causes increased reaction. So I wonder if the same applies to jumpers. Like if you put on a itchy wool jumper, does it become more itchy the longer you wear it, or does the
Yes.
sensation decline?
Yes. Yeah, but not for the same reason, because clearly if you've got poison ivy, that's building up over time. Whereas if you're the jumper, but it drives you mad. You think you can cope with an itchy jumper, and then you become aware, maybe at a dinner party. I mean, I was at a dinner party with Veronica the other week, and I just wanted to rip my jumper off because I'd worn something too itchy. I just wanted to get it off. I wanted to like really scratch. So it's not the same reason, I don't think, the build up, but it just.
You took your jumper off at a party because it was itchy?
No, I wanted to rip it off.
Was it like a strip poker game or something?
No, that would have given me a good excuse to rip it off. No, it wasn't. I had to literally go to the toilet and take it off. But I didn't have anything on underneath it, so I had to put it back on again.
Yeah, I feel like with jumpers, you can at least, the proper undergarment will buffer you against the itch.
You've always got to wear something underneath. That is a definite fact.
But with gardening, you can't do that, right? You can't like put a buffer plant in. You have to make sure no one's gonna rub against it.
Right, you've got to put a buffer plant in the garden.
Well, I guess because it does apply, right? We could put that soft plant in front of all the junipers, so that when people are walking down the path, they get caressed instead of abraded.
Raymond, I think the thing is though, I don't think people brush against foliage in the same way that you do.
Angela, I think that life is just a tactile experience. So I love rubbing up against everything. I mean, don't you ever just go like to it, like if your back itches, you can like walk up to a tree and kind of
this? Sorry. That is something a bear would do, Raymond. I don't find
I learned it from the bears. I learned it from bears. They have been doing it for millennia. So if they already figured out the back scratcher, why would I buy one at the store?
I remember actually a couple of weeks ago I saw you with that rash.
Well, yeah, there was poison ivy growing up that tree. I didn't realize.
Was that you? What, poison ivy was on the tree that you rubbed yourself against?
Yeah. I've been trying to learn more about plants. I guess it's, trial by fire with me.
I'm feeling as if maybe you should think about virtual plant growing. If you're going to go into a virtual business.
Oh, virtual plant. I thought you meant like artificial plants, because like I'm not a big fan of like silk flowers and stuff, because you have to dust them. Did you know that? If you have too much like fake plants in your house, instead of watering them, you just have to like dust them and like wash them.
Well, I was in a restaurant a couple of weeks ago and I saw a plant, and I was having a bet on whether it was real or not, because we couldn't tell. The fake plant was that good that we had to go over and feel it to check whether it was fake or not.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully they didn't put the fake plant in your salad, because that would have tasted pretty bad.
That would have been a choking hazard if anyone had did that. I just can't believe the shop is so quiet. Like, do you know what I mean? Sometimes I think we're getting paid just to do nothing here. Brushing, essentially.
Well, someone's got to brush the hair. I mean, without us, the wigs would be knotted.
I almost feel though, as if it is the future of wigs and Instagram to be virtual, that why we're even wasting our time, really.
That's soft.
I feel that. It's lovely. It's a good feel, isn't it?
You got
lovely.
that. What is that talcum powder you put on it?
Yeah, I've covered it with talcum powder.
I feel
so
like
it smells.
Mine's
so
a lot more wiry than yours is.
Yeah, on mine's very, very soft. I put talcum powder on it so it smells like a baby.
Mine smells like my grandmother's attic. That's not what it's supposed to smell like.
No. I wondered what that smell was, actually.
Oh, geez. All right. I'm probably going to smell like this now for...
I can put talcum powder on it for you.
Wait, here. You can apply it for me.
Raymond, if you would keep it still, man, that would be... There you go. That's
okay.
it. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Oh, look at that.
Great, hey?
That's great. Just smells like a baby's bum, but, you know, when it's clean.
In a good way. In a good way. Not in a bad way. You know, I would miss you. I would miss you so much if you left the wig store.
Well,
I feel like
unless we can drum up some business, I'm not sure if there's a future in wigs for us.
Well, Mr. Adams does a fair amount of wig sales. I just think he needs to diversify. I mean, think about what people need. They need maybe some glasses, maybe some clothes, maybe soft jumpers.
I feel like wigs, like there's a real busy season, you know, around the Halloween time. And then the rest of the year, it just kind of, it's only, you know, performers, right? And
yeah,
you women that like to diversify their style.
I don't think the future is in this shop.
I mean, right in the old days, right? Didn't like men wear like the white powdered wig when they were in Parliament and stuff?
If you're talking old days, you're talking, well, that was a lice issue, which is what you were talking about before. People had bothers. Now we've got decent shampoos and ways of getting rid of lice. People had ways of, they'd shave their head and they would wear a wig instead. They would powder it to get rid of the...
Which comes back to my original point that lice don't like wigs.
No, exactly. Maybe that's how we can sell this place. We can have a sign up with a big pic. I mean, no one likes a picture of a louse.
Yeah, maybe we should like partner with like the hair fairies down the street. You know, they're making a business out of removing lice from people's heads. So we should like, I feel like there's a cross marketing campaign we can do there.
No, not with the hair fairies. Oh, they're brutal.
Yeah.
Do you know that they have started dog grooming?
Really? What?
Oh, they're very competitive people. Very competitive dog groomers.
Well,
I wouldn't trust them.
I think we need to do something, because if business stays this way, we're both going to be out of work, and there's no future.
I just want a job where I can do nothing.
Well, the president already is taken. You can't be president.
Oh, surely that's a little bit harsh. I mean, the president at least has to go to lots of dinners.
Yeah. And smile.
I mean, would you like to be president? I could see you as president.
No, I don't want everyone blaming me for everything. It's already the story of my life. Don't need more fingers pointed at me.
I think the people are pointing fingers at you because you're rubbing up against various different foliage.
Yeah, I do tend to have lots of rashes and welts on my skin at any given time because of my exploratory nature.
Because of your, did you do baby sensory? Have you heard about that, where kids touch stuff? Not poison ivy, that would be bad. They touch different stuff. You seem like that sort of person.
that
Tactile.
yeah. Well, I do love a good tactile experience, but I haven't really gotten into that as part of a child development program. No, I've never even heard of this. You
Yeah,
think
child
we should bring
development,
kids
baby.
and let them
Say that
touch
again.
our wigs? We should bring kids here and let them touch our wigs. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, I think this whole place could be opened up as a child play area for
You know,
baby sensory. The idea is that children, they do messy play, get the talc out.
I feel like we're gonna have a lot more wig knots if you let little kids play with these. I mean, this wig alone is like $600. What? Why would you give it to a toddler to drool on?
Oh, why? Because I'm feeling pretty broody.
Well, I don't think. I don't.
Like, I don't, it's okay for you, Raymond, because you get, you enjoy the garden. I haven't got a boyfriend. I haven't got anybody in my life.
Because Angela, you literally sleep at the wig shop. I've never even seen you leave. You just order food in.
That's because I don't have a house.
Well, why? Just go rent an apartment or something.
I can't. I don't make enough money. I lost my house.
What? Are you kidding me, Angela? Just why didn't you tell me?
I didn't want to say anything. I didn't know you'd notice, although I did notice you catching a glimpse of me using a toothbrush in the toilets.
Well, I saw the little nest of wigs that you built in the back that you've been sleeping in. I mean, it looked really comfortable, but
that's what I was saying. I literally sleep back there with 2 brunettes and 5 blondes as my blanket, and it's itchy as hell. No wonder people don't want to wear this stuff on their head. You want to try and sleeping underneath it.
But I think you just need to. Well, first of all, this can all be solved with a tactile buffer, which we've already established. Secondly, you
That
can
is
just
true.
come, why don't you want to just come crash at my place? I mean, I have an extra bedroom. I've been making a lot of money selling virtual wigs since, like I said, this hasn't been paying the bills. I don't want to hurt your pride or anything, Angela.
No, I feel a little bit, I feel a bit of a failure, actually, to be honest. I feel like a failure, Raymond. I feel like I have no partner, I have no friends, I have nothing other than wigs. And now I sleep here in a wig store in the back with no buffer. And it itches.
Maybe we can sell this as like a reality show, like the woman with a thousand wig friends.
Sometimes I do speak to the wigs.
Do they speak back to you?
Well, I do the voices.
Oh, so you
Hello. I'm Candy. I'm a glamorous woman.
Hi, Candy. I'm Sally. I'm just a ordinary lady.
Oh, wow. Do you like my glamorous new do?
Oh, I love your do, but it's a little bit day glow for me. Can you
Oh, do you know what?
please turn your hair off?
I've heard if you have dark hair, it makes you look like you're wearing a wig.
Well, if you are a wig and you have dark hair, it makes you look like you're a human.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that. You want to get with the program. You want to be glamorous. And if you're going to wear a wig, you might as well be Dayglow.
All right, Gladys. Thanks for sharing your insights. Yeah, I could see how
I'm
you
here anytime.
talk to wigs a lot. They definitely have some personality. They take on a mind of their own, don't you?
You know what, Raymond?
What, Veronica?
I think I do want to stay with you.
Okay, great. So yeah, so when you close up, just I'm renting the apartment upstairs over the shop. It's not too far.
So wait, you've been living here the whole time in an apartment above here?
Well, you have to go outside and then you can go up the steps in the back. But yeah, it's like 1,000 square feet up there.
So you have been living a lap of luxury while I have been literally living under wigs. And you knew that. You see me brush my teeth.
I told you I didn't want to
Raymond,
hurt your pride. I didn't want to hurt your pride. I thought this was that you liked it.
you thought this is what I wanted. Just hanging around, talking to... You must have heard some of the conversations that I've had with these wigs.
Well, I did try to not listen, but I heard you the other day when you were complaining about your rash from the wool sweater.
Wait, you must have heard me talking to Bradwig about how hot I thought he was.
Oh, yeah, I like the Brad accent. That was a good character voice. You're good at that. Have you ever thought about maybe voice acting?
Hey, do you think there would be some work for me in the virtual wig world for voice acting?
Yeah, I could put in a good word with my boss.
So amazing, Raymond.
Yeah.
This is perfect. A house, a job, a new career, finally. And it's been staring me in the face upstairs the whole time.
Yeah, of course. And hopefully, if you want, for dinner tonight, I'm making asparagus. It's really yummy.
Wait a second. I just need to check. Have you got any itchy blankets?
Yeah, they're all pretty itchy. But I have
put a buffer down for me.
Yeah, I have cotton buffers that I put between the blankets and the bodies. They're called sheets.
I don't know why I didn't think about that with the wigs.
There you go.
Staring me right in the face. Well, you know what? I just get my stuff, and by stuff, I mean a hairbrush and a toothbrush and a couple of non-itchy jumpers, and I'll stay. I mean, once I start making some money from the virtual wig business, I'll be able to maybe pay you some money.
Okay.
Was the rent.
Yeah, that would be great. But take your time. I don't want to stress you. So.
Thank you, Raymond.
Okay, so I'll see you tonight.
Yeah, I'm just going to go and freshen up.
Okay, bye-bye.
And that was our show based on Wig Store. Da, da, da.
So now you know the story of two people in a wig store with no customers. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. I'm Michael. This is Louise. We're at Codswallop and Blatherskite. We'll see you again.